Express the series as a rational function. Okay, so how do we do it? Well, we're going to use these formulas from the notes. So here's the notes, power series notes. Going to use this main formula right here. 1 over 1 minus x is the sum of x to the n. So I'm going to write that out. 1 over 1 minus x is the sum of x to the n. Okay, now let's be clear what that's saying. Um, we're gonna use this. I'm going to use this formula to solve the problem. How can I do it? Well, let me write this out in more common thing. Let me just say this basically says if you have the sum of something to the nth power, it's 1 over 1 minus that something, right? I want to make sure you're clear. The x in math and science formulas is just holding a spot, like the holes in a toaster. It's the insert slot. And it basically says if you have the sum of anything to the nth power, it's 1 over 1 minus that thing. So anything. Okay, so now what does that do for me? Well, now I can take this, bring it on down, say, well, this is the sum of 1 over x to the 2n. Can I just plug in 2n? You think it's x to the 2n? No, not quite. Remember, you have to literally make it one, something where that whole thing is to the nth power. I got a 2n power, and I got a 1 on the top, which is not raised to the power. So I've got to rewrite. Rewrite. I call it plastic surgery. Give it a new look. Remove the wrinkles, same person, same value. So we're going to make it look different without being different. Why? So it'll match the formula, and then we can use the formula. How can I rewrite that? Well, you see what we're going to do? 1 over x squared to the n. Now it's something, that whole thing to the nth power. And that's the same thing, isn't it? Because that nth power could go there, and that'd be 2n on the bottom, and 1 to the n is just 1, right? 1 to any power is just 1. See how we made it fit this formula now? We made it something to the nth power. Whereas back here, it was something to the 2n, plus there was a 1 on the top, which didn't have a power, which wasn't to the nth power. Now it's one whole thing to the nth power, like the formula. Now we can just simply go, oh, okay, now just plug in the 1 over x squared, 1 over x squared. So now, according to the formula, by the formula, whoops, didn't spell formula right there. By the formula, that must equal this, right? That must equal 1 over 1 minus 1 over x squared. It's right there. That's what the formula says. And we can clean that up. We don't like fractions over fractions. Multiply top and bottom by x squared. So that'll be x squared times 1, x squared times 1. Here, this is over 1. They cancel, minus 1. And that's the answer that they got. And that's how we do it. So we just use this basic formula. Make that a blank if it's confusing for you, and then rewrite your original one to be something to the nth power, which is the form of our formula. Then you can use the formula. And so there we go.